All right, so this other video I got coming for you guys right now is going to be about recording everything. Record all of it. You never know what you're going to do with it, how it's going to benefit you, all of that. Now, I'm going to break it down to you why I think so. So a lot of times we want to just record the best looking things, right? We just say, oh, if I just record when she does this, it looks so amazing. We're going to do that. But everything else we're going to get rid of. I'm going to tell you why, all right? The reason why I say no is because sometimes people want to see BTSs. It's behind the scenes stuff. People want to see how you got to that place of that part of the video or that place of that picture or how you got to that picture, how you formed that picture, how you got your lighting set up, how you got your props set up. People want to be able to see the behind the work of you. Right? So if you start throwing away all the little bits and pieces, they're not going to be able to see that. Even the funny parts. Because nowadays, if you notice, even if you share something that's really funny, it's a BTS, but it's not the actual work, people are going to laugh and relate to it because they're going to say, oh, okay, now they got a funny bone. Like they funny now. So it's allowing them to lighten up and not be so serious, or not take you so serious. And it also makes you not take you too serious. Like, come on now, like life's too short to be serious all the time. Right? So that's how I think about that when it comes to make sure that you're posting everything, right? And now, on top of you making sure that you are posting everything, it has to be strategically posted. So I can't just take a whole BTS, I'll break it down for you right now, right? So I'm recorded, let's do that. Say I just finished a video shoot, all right? So I finished a video shoot, I literally recorded the actual performer, right? And then I also recorded on a tripod behind me my phone on the ring light so that you can see and follow me throughout the whole process, right? Now, when I go through to actually go post some stuff later on, first thing I'm going to do is, of course, post a picture that I took with the performer. Typically, they might be the ones to take the picture of you, which is even better because we might forget as videographers and photographers. But this way, you got that first footage out. Boom. That's posted on stories. You can post it on your page. That's perfectly fine. The next thing you want to do, keep in mind, stay with me because you're going to be building unlimited amounts of content. So next thing you're going to want to do, now that you have done that, now you're going to go ahead and go through your BTSs. You're going to find the best part where it involves right now you working. It doesn't have to be anything silly or funny or that stuff. Right now, just show you working, right? So you got the best part where you're doing the most movement that is effective for you, that is really showing people that you are in the zone, right? And that could be a good 30-second clip. No more than a minute. Really, 30 seconds should be it. But go ahead and post that clip, right? So now that's like a day or so after. Now you've done that, share that. Of course, share that after you post it on your actual page. Share that to your story and then do the same thing on your other social networks the same day or the next day afterwards. Stay with me, okay? So now once you have done that, now you go back to the real footage. Go ahead and if you want to, you can combine the two as far as the behind the scenes and leading up to the actual footage in the camera. That way they can see what the footage looks like in the camera, right? And how it will look and actually looks and the results are. Then you can also separate that and post the results by themselves, maybe a longer edited clip. That way people can see, okay, cool. Like they show how they did it. They showed the results and they showed it with the edits. So now it looks even more appealing, which makes them want to, of course, work with you even more. Okay. So now you've basically done posted all this content and you haven't really broke a sweat. Right? So now the next things you want to do, you'll make another BTS clip. You're going to find the funny parts, maybe some silly parts or whatever, and then you can talk over it and you can explain to them what's going on, or you can give them some value, narrate over that clip. Make sure you can make that one be about a good minute, right? And that way it gives you time to talk about it. Then you can even have an elongated caption underneath that. Then post it. And again, as always, share it to your stories. Then if you're going to post that same clip to your other social networks, do that either that same day or the 1 or 2 days after. And that way you can keep sharing them to those stories as well. So that way, no matter what's going on, for them next 2 weeks, you got content that's going on a cycle. Content. So even if you got new work as you're working on, you can even blend them in. right? So now people say, oh, shoot, like, okay, she's working doing this. Now she's doing this. Now she's doing that. So now people see you're always moving. You're always working. You're always grinding. Because if you get to a point where you got days in between each post and they're like the same event, they're going to be like, okay, you don't really have a whole lot of work going on. Think about it as far as the customer. So if I come to you and I want to know what you do and I go on your page and all I see is days in between each event, but it's different videos of different people, I'm like, oh, snap. Okay, so you were working. This is why you didn't post anything around these days. You probably up editing. You know what I mean? So people might think about it like that. And then, of course, getting into the habit of making sure that you are posting, consistently on those particular days or any days that you feel like is working the best for you, especially based on your insights. Then you can make it work for you so that when you're always giving work, that way you're always giving you at the end of the day, okay? So you never want to be complacent. You never want people to think that you're not out here trying to make something happen because you want to be able to make sure that you are getting booked. You want to make sure that you are making your money, and that way you can get your name out there on a larger scale, okay? So that is my take on what it comes to making sure that you are recording everything. Record everything and post everything because these things can take you places and you're going to have unlimited amounts of content. And then, of course, you can repurpose that content, which basically means you can post that content over and over and over again, especially if you got a video that doesn't have any text on it. You can use that same video 2-3 weeks later, 2-3 months later, put a different type of text over that video. Now people see, okay, cool, they got this going on, but they forgot that you had already posted this video on something else, but then you also got new videos that's coming. Does that make sense? Cool. So hopefully you guys was able to stay with me on that whole breakdown. I talk about this all the time because I love repurposing. It's underestimated. I've made a lot of money on repurposing alone. It's just all about getting fresh eyes on what you're doing. Because if you're not getting fresh eyes, then what's the point of you doing what you're doing and you're just sharing it to the same people? But even if you got the same people, you can always make sure that you are creating new content to keep the same people in there engaged while you are getting the new people to come in. Okay, hopefully you guys make some sense to you. I will break down some more of this on a different video. And I thank you guys, as always, for watching.